Hey guys, and welcome to PsychicBree.com. I am your psychic medium, Briana Clark, whatever you want to call me. Just be nice. Anyways, I wanted to share with you today a question that I have been asked many times, I've asked myself many times, that you may be asking yourself. And that question is, are you psychic? Are you psychic? It is a question that I get thrown at. It's a comment that's been made. It is an accusation that has been made. You name it, I heard it. So, 3 questions I asked myself and answered very honestly and took some time to do it. Helped me determine that I was quote unquote psychic. Again, words are only words. The power we give them is what's important. And so if you look at being a psychic as a negative thing, don't even ask yourself these things. But if you look at being psychic as something to be of service, a spiritual gift, something that God gave you that you can use to better humanity and yourself and your family, ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, are you impulsive? Do you have a thought, random thoughts that come into your mind all the time, and you've actually followed through with them, and when you follow through with them, you have positive serving results? What I mean by that is, for example, you go over to a friend's house. You totally weren't planning on it, and you go over to their house and you're just visiting with them, and either at that time or later you find out, oh my gosh, I was having a really hard day, I didn't know what I was going to do, and you just showed up. That would be a positively serving example of impulsivity brought on by your guides, or the fact that you were able to listen to and act on impulses and promptings from the other side, from guides, angels, spirit, whatever you want to call it. Number 2, do people come to you for advice, for help? Do they? I bet they do. I have been bombarded with, Bree, I don't know what to do about this problem I'm having, and I don't know why, but I just felt like if I talked to you about it, you would know what to do, or you would always give me good advice. I get 99% of the people that come to me are older than me. I'm 35 years old. I don't know anything other than what my soul knows and the life I've lived, and that's not a whole lot. Well, sometimes it is. But I'm very, very good at, when someone comes to me, whether they know me or not, people will share the intimate details of their life. To my horror sometimes, intimate details that are going on with their life that I don't even know. And if they do this, and then you give them really good advice you don't even know where it came from, you might be a medium, or you might be a psychic. Either or. We're talking about psychics right now. And what's happening is you are connecting with their guides. So their guides have put them in the situation where they recognize there is someone that can hear what they're saying and has the impulsivity or the courage to communicate that message. This happens to me all the time. I had a really good friend. She was going through some grief, and she was so covered up in grief and emotion that she couldn't hear what her guides were saying. She couldn't, feel what they were trying to communicate to her. So what happened is I had to help her break through the grief. So she came over and I gave her this thing. It's called a karma acceleration exercise or spell, whatever you want to call it. And you can find it in my blogs. I'll put a link to it in the text. But after she did that, she texted me and said, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. And then it was like all these steps that she needed to do to take care of what was hurting her fell into place, and she was able to receive that guidance. Number 3. Are you sensitive to others' emotions? Now, a lot of people who are psychic can be either introverted or extroverted. And if you find yourself to be someone who is very sensitive to emotions of a room, of people, if you feel like someone's energy is loud and you just can't be around them, you might be a psychic. I'll give you an example. There was a lady who came into a coffee shop one time, and I was like in my space, headphones in my ears, and just planning out some really major things I was trying to accomplish. And this lady walked in, and her energy was so loud. When I say loud, it was just so strong. And it was grief. Like, I felt sad. I was in this place of productivity and enjoyment and positivity, and I was like, oh shoot. My first instinct was to stay focused, shut it down. But my guides, being the amazing, beautiful creatures that they are, got my attention through music. I have like 100-song playlist on shuffle. So normally I don't hear the same song again within the same couple hours. So the song Unsteady came on twice. 2 times within one song of each other. And I looked up and I took down my wall, and I could just feel her grief. And so I went over there and I offered to help her. And totally opened myself up to ridicule and shaming and whatever you want to call it, because I live in a small town, and going up to someone and saying, hey, I don't know you. You're obviously in a state of distress. I'm a psychic medium. I feel like I need to come over here and offer you my help. What can I help you with? That is a scary thing to do. It truly is. But I was able to help someone, really help them, and that is a soul, a beautiful soul that God created that we need to remember. And I was able to help her, and I was so grateful for that experience. So, my journey of being a psychic medium had a lot of twists and turns, and it is totally going to be different than yours. But they're still valuable. They're spiritual gifts that you can use in your everyday life. So if you've answered yes to any or all of these questions, and you have no idea what to do with this, please reach out to me. I would love to help you any way I can. I had a support system when this was going through for me, and I can't imagine not having those people in my life and the doors that they open. I'm sure we could work something out, and I honestly really feel like I could help. So shoot me an email, or leave me a comment, or connect with me online. Have a great day, and if you found value in this video or this blog, please share it with your friends.